These are always tough, especially in a competitive game like that. You know, the first half, I thought we were just kind of trading blows for the most part, going through it, and then into the half, it starts with me not operated very well. I mean, we get the first down crease down there, we got a couple of timeouts, talked about just getting back on the ball because we had some momentum after the completion. Well, that turned into taking way too much time. Should have called the timeout at that point, but we didn't, whatever. And then, you know, ultra aggression, and that starts with me, and it shouldn't have been. You know, we put the fake in. We actually had it called when we took the delay earlier on the fake field goal, and once we took the delay, backed it up and kicked it. And then ultra aggression, I don't exactly remember, but asking Atticus to score from 20 yards out. You know, we had the look, we wanted all of that, but it was just a bad call at the time. There's some momentum that you can take 3 points into halftime. I will say guys responded, kind of reloaded, got back out there. Third quarter, similar feel of the game, you know, and then we ended up taking the lead. I think it was early fourth. And I thought a big difference in the kind of the meat of the fourth quarter was the field position piece. I mean, they did a great job. Their quarterback kicks the thing down to the 6. We're facing the long field. We punted. They got a couple of nice returns where they were playing on their side of the field most of the fourth quarter, and that kind of separated things. So, you know, tough. I will say our guys fly around. They're going to battle for 4 quarters. We got plenty to execute and do better in all 3 phases. And I'll say it this way too, I'll give some credit to Arizona. That program has gotten better over the last couple of years. They get some good players over there, are competing, good scheme, and they beat us tonight.
Jonathan, defensively, you were missing several guys tonight. Did you feel like, in general, the defense played pretty well, except for maybe the fourth quarter, just given?
Yeah, I thought the defense did. They overall, that offense is good. Fourth quarter field position, and holding them to the point total they did. Yeah, we were missing a couple of guys, but I'm sure Arizona's missing some guys. I mean, like everybody this time of year is missing some guys.
I guess I was getting to. I mean, if you hold that team to 27 points, you have enough off. Do you feel like you have enough offense to overcome that, and it just didn't happen tonight?
I thought us offensively can score more than 27 points. Yeah.
What issues did you see from DJ tonight and other parts of the offense?
Yeah, I thought there were some creases there in the passing game that we missed on a couple of them. We busted a couple times in protection that we didn't protect them as well, and so it was a little bit hit and miss. We had some explosive plays in the pass game, but it wasn't nearly as effective, consistently effective.
You said ultra aggression, Coach. I guess just in that moment, lead us to the decision to go with the fake there, or why? What was the thinking there?
Yeah, it was like we had prepped the thing for 2 weeks because we had a bye, you know, and I was just chomping at the bit to get the thing called because the picture, what we anticipated, and really what we got was a pretty good look. But the logic going into the thing was a 4th down, medium 4th and 5, 6, you know, and I just rolled the dice on that one, and hindsight was not good.
Was there any thought to trying that on the first field goal?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the first one we did, and we took a delay. Again, the thing was called, and the play clock went off on us, and so we backed it up 4th and 7, and then took points, and should have took points at the end of the half.
You talked about some missed opportunities on offense, a couple drop balls, one big one I think from Damian that was in the end zone that could have been a touchdown. Do you feel like that had a major impact in the outcome?
You know, I didn't know on Damian's if that got tipped or not because it was on the far end. I didn't feel like blatant drops across the board. We had some bigger pass plays that were good for us. Longer drives, it's tough. We opened the game with a long drive converting on 3rd down, so there's some good stuff there. But we hit a lull there in the late 3rd quarter, and then I'm telling you, the field position thing flipped on us in the 4th quarter, and we couldn't overcome it.
Jordan, he hadn't seen him play all season.
He's been
working. How not desperate you were in the secondary, but I mean you.
Yeah, I mean,
guys that hadn't even played a lot tonight.
He did. Andre did a good job stepping in, kind of playing for the first time. He played a little bit of special teams, I think, a couple of times weeks before, but you know, when he's called upon, he was ready to go. Jamad played a decent amount. You know, Jaden had missed some time and battled out there at corner too.
Cooper and Thomas,
weren't available. I don't see it season ending, but we're not available.
Harry's Ivy, is he out for a while too?
He's out for a while. Okay. Yeah.
Coach, you like to go for it on 4th down. I mean, you're pretty aggressive, generally speaking, in the fake. Like, just how would you describe your mindset in situations like that? If it's the tendency.
Again, there's strategy to this thing. It's not just like blind aggression. There's some strategy. That one just logically, the kicker's got to run 20 yards. Just bad call.
Do you regret that call?
Sure, I mean, it didn't work, yeah.
What are your thoughts on your offensive line against Arizona's defensive line in the rushing game?
In the run game, we had some creases in there. I thought they battled, without watching the tape. You know, there's some solid things.
This is obviously a blow for your hopes to get to the Pac-12 title game. I guess, how do you evaluate looking ahead and what's the next step for you guys?
Yeah, it's, anytime you lose, and then, if we're getting to the just past the halfway point, and losses count and all of that, there's still plenty of opportunity for us out in front. This is a competitive league. I think you watch these games week in and week out, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if there's some more losses for other teams.
What did you tell your team in the locker room before heading in here?
Yeah, pretty brief, but you know, we got to stay together. We got to clean up a lot of things in all three phases. I know these guys will. They're competitive. They want to go back. This hurts. There's no doubt. But I'm confident in the group that we'll, you know, reload and respond from this and be ready to go next week.
Hodgins, is he?
That was a really the day of the game. We were hopeful he would be good, but he wasn't.
And then Levin good.
That was early. I don't know the extent of it. I haven't gotten that.
You guys on the road have been historically better in the second half. A lot of kind of first half struggles putting points on the board. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I don't know if I thinking about all of that. I just think that you go on the road, it's not going to be easy. There's good football teams you're playing, and the crowd gets into it. And we wanted to play a little bit better tonight.
I know that before this game tonight, Coach Fish had a lot of strong words, positive words for you and what you've been able to do at OSU. I saw you guys talking before the game. What did you guys talk about, and kind of what's been your guys' relationship as he tries to change this Arizona Wildcat program?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a good job. I mean, he's good, I don't know, year 3 or whatnot, and then took on a program that was a little bit down, and he's gone to work, and those players on that side play really hard for him. He's got good scheme, and I respect that in regards to, you know, working and improving, and they've done that.
Coach, when you're on the road, and especially when you're in tight games, it's always hard to win. What's the decision? How do you make the decision to try to get 7 versus 3? I mean, there always seems to be that question, right?
Yep. You know, we go in with like a plan on the type of plays and how we're playing. There's analytics side for the actual down distance, where the score, the clock's at. First half's different than the second half. All of that kind of goes into it, and then you make a call.
Looking on some positive, Jimmy Valson, pretty impressive performance tonight. I think this was kind of his first major game this season. Obviously, that big touchdown to put you guys back in it. What do you think of his performance?
Yeah, the touchdown was great. I do think the earlier drive for us to get some points, hit some good plays over the middle. He's a good player. He's been working, and it's that time of year where you need other guys to step up, and he definitely stepped up tonight.
You've had these last 3 teams that have been, you know, good teams, and they've had situations like this. How do you feel like this team is equipped to bounce back versus, you know, some of the others that you've had?
Yeah, I'm confident these guys will go back to work. I think we're talented. I think it means a ton to them. I'm confident that they'll, you know, come out and be ready to play next week.
Everybody good?